Master Bruce? Are you all right, sir?
I'm tired, Alfred.
Well, I shouldn't wonder. You've taken no meals today. I can't recall when you last slept.
A weary body can be dealt with, but a weary spirit, that's something else.
Guys, welcome back to the Bucket Think Tank. So, how you doing? So, we're at a bit of a... We're not really falling behind. That's not the case. It's just sort of like we've had a weird format going on here. The Yu-Gi-Oh video is taking a lot out of us. Not gonna lie. We had to find some clips. We had to see if we could find some translations. I don't think that's gonna happen. But whatever. It's mostly a decision as to exactly how big this particular one's going to be. Should we cover that entire story, or should we break it into parts? We haven't decided yet. But that's pretty much it. The Life of Scrooge series is actually nearing its end. I actually had something planned for when we're done with that, so that'll be cool too. But with that in mind, what are we doing comic book wise? Well, it's all over the place, sort of. The Absolute Universe is kind of taking over, but I decided to take a look at something I've always wanted to do, or at least a book I've always wanted to talk about, which is Legends of the Dark Knight. This is not a straight story, it's more of like just a collection of stories, tales, tales of Batman from like DC's talent pool. It's whatever. So in other words, it's a mixed bag. All right. And sometimes you got some really great stuff. Sometimes you got, other times like let's never do this again. I want to talk about one that actually became my favorite. This story is called Letters to Batman, written by Steve Niles and art by what is this? Trevor Hairsine. He did the Deceased. Well, he did. I think he did the art for Deceased. But anyway. So this story starts off with Batman, well, stopping the Joker from attempting to blow up a school for the second time. I just had to say that. And this to me was like, okay, all right, just like was set up for Arkham Asylum. Don't be Arkham Asylum. And then he goes through. He gets Joker. He's taken away, and he's feeling pretty good. But as soon as he gets there, as soon as he gets to the Batcave, Alfred says, Master Bruce, Joker has escaped Arkham Asylum. And I thought, what cavalcade of monkeys do you have running Arkham Asylum? But instead we get Batman going like, I just got him. I just dropped him off. And I thought like, it's not rage, it's not anything you would expect. It's not like, well, I guess I'll go back. No, he's just tired. And I get it. I can imagine do all that racing against time to stop this madman from blowing up a school. And they got him. He's being taken away. And you're like, oh, that's good. That's good. And then you get home. Maybe it's that 5-10 minute drive. All right. Maybe you take a dirt road. Maybe you just want to take some moment to play some music, just to like unwind. And you get there, and it's like you got to go back. And he's like, I can't. I love it. I love it so much. And he gets a letter. Well, the GCP is like, okay. Well, he sent you this, and he like this little model of revolving doors. Like, oh, a revolving door. Okay, I get it. Arkham Asylum. Okay, sure. The story is very much just sort of throwing that in Batman's face. Even the Colin Carver Joker says like, you're not done yet. All right. And so he's very much okay. I can't I can't keep doing it like this. All right. Like the Joker's right. All right. He's it's a really great moment. And Batman feels like I have no effect. All right. I fight Croc, I fight Clayface, I fight Bane, I fight Riddler, I fight Two Face, and hey, stop I stop them, and then they're let out again. It's just, what am I doing? I'm not affecting change.
Sometimes, old friend, I wonder if I'm really doing any good out there.
How can you doubt it? The lives you've saved, the criminals you've brought to justice.
I've put out a few fires, yes. Won a few battles. But the war goes on, Alfred. on and on.
And he even has an argument with Alfred, like, do you really think I'm accomplishing anything doing this? And he's like, I do not believe you're not accomplishing anything. All right, I do not believe that for a moment. And the phone rings. It's the red phone. Hey, look, the red phone. It's Gordon. You know, if I was Bruce, I'm like, you know what, Jim? What's going on, man? What's going on? 15 minutes. Did he even make it through the arraignment? All right. All right. So he goes to talk to to Gordon, like, hey, man. And I want to give points because Batman did not bring it up at all. So where did you guys drop the ball? It turns out that's not why he's here, or at least why Batman called him. He needs to get his mail. So it turns out a bunch of people write letters to Batman over the years, and because they don't know where Batman lives, so it's in GCPD, and he's like, "Hey, figured you wanted it," so he takes it. He just doesn't like just put it somewhere, Alfred, and he looks up, like, huh. And this is actually where the story gets really, really cool, and why I had to talk about it. Oh, okay. So Alfred takes the letters and he reads it. All right. So this is a story about a woman whose mother was, she was a housekeeper. She was a housekeeper, and she's walking home to save money one night in Gotham City. Which all things aside, don't walk in Gotham City at night. Just don't. Just I don't care who you are. All right. If rich people like the Waynes can't make it out of there alive, the everyday person doesn't have a shot. All right. No, there's a reason a giant man dressed in a bat has to patrol the city. All right. But anyway, she's walking home. She's taken by some mugger, and Batman came in and saved her. And the lady points out, all right, so Bliss, I think is it Bliss? Is it Bliss? Bess. So Bess says, I don't know what we would have done without our mother. So this tells us that, the family is possibly very a low income family. Possibly mom is the only, person with a job there at the time. And so Batman saved her. All right. And it meant the world to her. Okay, so thank you. So what does that say? Alfred's like, so Master Bruce, you might want to read. He's like, no, I gotta find you. I gotta find him. I gotta find the Joker. I gotta find the Joker. Like until he escapes again. And Batman's like, you too? You okay, fine. There's a very sort of tense air in the room about Batman. In other words, like he's like, all I can do is fight the fight. All right. His heart's not in it right now, but like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fight. Actually, this could also be where the story sort of misses the point. Where should Batman be at this point? Considering where he just left off. Hard to say. Meanwhile, there is Alfred reads another story, okay? And this is about two brothers who ran a bar. All right. It was a good day at the bar, like, nothing fancy, not some place. Hey, good drinks, you can catch the game as you do with a bar. All right. And one day, a bunch of Joker's thugs come in with their guns, bags of cash, demanding free drinks for life because that they are. The bartender's brother tries to sneak up on him, doesn't work. But then here comes Batman like a mad lad, coming in with that sweet foot. Like Jesus, look at the teeth. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The human has 32 teeth. This is a quarter of the teeth out of his mouth, theoretically. So, and it's like, okay, what about the damages? No. So the ones that escaped are fine, but Batman's like, hey, you give a bag of the cash for repairs, and took him and left. And this was by Joe. Was it Giabaldi? Oh, Giabaldi. I probably butchered that. It's a great moment. Meanwhile, on the news, like they report they just learned the Joker has escaped mere hours after being captured. So far, Gotham police have issued no word on the escape, but many are asking questions: where is Batman? So Alfred then read the notes, read the letters, read the letters. Okay. So Bruce begins reading, and I like this moment here because the cowl is off, and I love it. There's been this discussion. You're like, what is the best version of Batman? And what is the best version? And it's actually here. All right, no cowl, but the suit is on. All right, ignore the whole who's the real one, who's the wrong one. That is it. That is it right there. In the cave, he is just a guy trying to solve a bunch of crimes. See L right there? That actually kind of works. That's 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 kind of Bruce. Kind of Bruce, but cleaner. L is not a clean person, theoretically. But anyway. So he reads the letter. All right. And this one is about this guy who is, trying to mug this woman. She screams, and he gets even angrier. All right, so from a simple mug, he's about to turn into a murder. He's like, he was already, wired on dope, and he hated this woman for no reason other than she was screaming. Uh, right before he's about to slit her throat or just kill her, Batman shows up, knocks more teeth out of this guy, and as he's sitting there in prison, like, this is my third strike. All right, he was going in for the long haul, and he hated Batman. He let this hate sort of fester in him. And it's like, one day, or this 19-year-old punk became his cellmate. And, it turns out Batman arrested him too, and he looks at him, and he realizes he is looking at the person he used to be. All right, the same angry person. And that sort of is his coming to Jesus moment. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna go straight. And he did serve his time. He knows it's gonna be hard, but he is determined to be a good person. All right, this is Max Garnett. All right, and so going through this sort of rejuvenates him. All right. And he's reading all these letters, finding all the people whose lives he's touched, whose lives he's made better. All right. Ignore all of we'll come back. We'll come back to that. He's like, you know what? I've got an idea. All right. I'll need some information. I need you to get it for me. I'll transfer the files that I need and go from there. So what happens is, well, we find Max. Max is here, and he's been out for a while, and it's our regular thugs be like, hey Max, you wanna join up with Joker's gang again? Like Croc is like cooler per se, but Joker pays well, and to be fair, he has to pay well because he's a homicidal maniac. He's got to get you to forget that. But he's like, no, I'm going straight, I'm going square. Like we've all heard that before. But once you get hungry, you'll find us. And like that, that is the sort of sad reality. It has to be hard for someone who served time in prison, especially in Gotham City, to find a job. All right, so he's got a gun, and he's sort of looking at it. He's contemplating going back, but Batman shows up like, hey man, um, I got your note, and Max is like, having guns is violation of my parole. Guess I'm still going downhill. And Batman's like, look, everybody gets a break. Today is yours. I need your help, and I'm gonna help you. So pretty much he needs information as to where Joker is. In exchange, Batman gets Max a job at the Brothers Bar. I'm like, okay, cool. That's great. So Batman is now renewed and he's going in, and we see Joker is like, yes, looks like a pretty good showing tonight. Thank you all for coming. There'll be refreshments served afterwards. Tonight we will rock Gotham to the very core. Nothing is safe. Schools, hospitals will blow them all to kingdom come and make Batman pay. That's right. Let's hear it for chaos. Let's hear it for making Batman's life a living hell. And they're all freaking out. They're like, well, and Joker realizes he's standing right behind me, isn't he? And that's how the comic ends. Ultimately, Letters to Batman is a really fun story. It has like one little slight issue in the middle where I'm not quite sure it sells the idea as to where Bruce's head is at. But it is sort of why I started off instead of with our regular sort of, ba da 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 da, some sort of like something musical. I went with that clip there. I haven't decided which clip to use for this one. I might have done a mashup, but either way, it's that one, it's those, and of course, this one here, because I'm obsessed with this.
20 years in Gotham, Alfred. We've seen what promises are worth. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way?
I like that scene. Showing off the age of Batman, like the sort of wariness that it is that comes with being Batman. Even more so the idea that, I'm doing all these fights. It's easy to be sort of obsessed with the whole, fighting clowns and Riddlers and man with two faces and a clay man and a little penguin going wow 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 wow. Yes, wow a while. Or Mr. Freeze, or Ra's al Ghul, or luchadors. It has to be easy to get swept up in that and realize at the end of the day, it is the people that matter. Yeah, Joker's escaped, okay, but he saved a whole bunch of lives. And in his day-to-day patrols, when he's, stopping muggers, he is saving a life. And that life goes on to possibly be inspired to be better. All right, no one ever goes, "Oh, thanks, Batman, for saving." Like, no, this story here, we saw a bunch of people whose lives were made better because of it. You can't get so swept up in the spectacle, all right, in like all the named people, because we don't put the suit on just so we can fight Joker. We fight Joker. We put the suit on so that no one else has to go through that. And seeing the actual fruits of his labors, I think, mattered. All right, Joker may not change. He will never change. And if he does change, well, I'm sure most of us have read the White Knight universe. It's not gonna be good for Bruce, but who knows? Um, it's important that he changes lives. This is something that I think gets sort of wrapped up or lost in the spectacle of Batman. Fighting Darkseid, Joker, insert whatever Robin's doing something weird here. That's easy to get lost in. But in between that are the people he's trying to save. His idea is to hope that his rogues gallery gets the help they need. But at the end of the day, he's just trying to make it so that, anytime people go down an alley, they get to leave it. It's kind of it. Anyway, that's enough of that. What'd you guys think about the story? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I think it's one of the stories that gets swept under the radar. And I think that's a crime. I think it's still really good. Joker looks a bit out of it. Maybe that's the point. Maybe the idea of Joker looking more like a, a bigger joke than usual, I think works as Batman looks more imposing. Because if you look throughout this story, Batman rarely looks as intimidating as he normally does. Even the first sort of pages imply that he is tired, he is exhausted, he can't quite keep going right now. Again, I just dropped Joker off. All right. And even sort of the moments where he's keeping the cowl on, trying to sort of present the idea of a Batman in control, like, hey, I'm fine. I'm fine. That little moment there, lapse. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. He's sort of viewing the mission as everything, the mission, the end goal, the objective. So it's sort of appropriate that when he's reading all of it, reading all these letters, he's not doing it as Batman. He's doing it as Bruce, the man who at the end of the day puts on the costume, the man who made the promise, who made everything that Batman does. It's important that he reads it. I'm not reading too much into it. This is Bucket Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching, and as always, may your fandom serve you well.